Well, good morning, everybody. How are you doing on this Tuesday? If it takes you a minute to figure out the TUE on too much, yeah, it's one of those. We're going to go for a drive today. You watch. There's going to be an update or something since I didn't fire it up before. Let's find out. No, there's not. Yay! Let's go for a drive. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's probably going to be, yep.
Call from VGG.
Sorry about that. Pharmacy letting me know my stuff's ready. Yes. Let's do this. Let's start. Huh? We got all of Illinois. So, yeah. Ding. We'll see if there's anything that takes us over there. Oh, wait a minute. First. I think somebody was saying that you have to actually go over there before it'll give you anything over there. That makes sense. So let's free drive over Springfield, Peoria, Bloomington, Peoria. A bit of a drive before we head up. Let's just head over to Springfield. We will bobtail it. Yeah. We'll just head up 55 to Springfield. Okay. At night, of course. What time is it? Go ahead and replace everything. Really? Don't have any front auxiliaries, do we? What the hell? It's supposed to be a camera. What the hell is going on here? 3 high beam. There we are. That's probably why. Yeah, that's why. Good enough. cross over on the Poplar and go that way. I really have absolutely no idea where we are. I don't see any road from that way. Let's try. Ah, there we are. That's 70. Where are we? They must have dropped us out at Cary. I'm thinking. How are we? Is that? Yeah, fuel's in there. Really? You want to do that? You put up fences so that you can't go over there and get the fuel from here? About having to go this far just to get around to the pumps that are right there. So that's okay. We'll take the new bridge. Tell you what time it is. 4:50 a.m. So we'll be driving straight into the sunrise. That'll be nice. I have actually not ever driven across this bridge. Downtown, so there's got to be sirens. At the sunrise with the arch. This is actually one of the best places, Poplar Street Bridge is anyway, to catch a view of the skyline Well, might want to grab a screenshot of that. Be neat if they put the Admiral down there. But they don't. I don't think they even have the Eads Bridge. Right on. I understand. Yeah, I don't know how long drive. We might just explore Illinois this morning, see how it is. I might try to catch up on the lack of sleep that I got last night, or the lack of sleep that I did. You know what I mean. Just bobtail it all the way up to Chi-Town. We shall see. see if we see any movie cameras to get the little vignettes, scenes, whatever they call them. Pretty big intersections as intersections go. camera in Springfield. I know they didn't just say Harlem, that's Chicago. We are already going into Chicago. That's what that looks like right there. Harlem Avenue, that's where my Portillo's is at. 43, yep, sure enough, we're in Chicago already. Good Lord. Let's see if it'll let us go downtown. Should have probably gone that way. We will just explore. Should be a lot of choo-choos. Although I'm not seeing any yet. Lakeshore Drive. Lakeshore Drive. Yeah, that's right. Actually, over here, we should be just about on top of McCormick Place. There's the Field Museum. There's a snapshot camera, but that's not what I'm looking for. I have been around here. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the Field Museum right there. That's the aquarium. Let's see if it'll let us get down to the river, the Navy Pier and whatnot. There's the Ferris wheel, so yeah, there's the Navy Pier. Let us off here? Well, I have a feeling if we don't, it might not let us get any closer to the pier. Unless it's just going to chuck us downtown. Or put us down on Wacker. That should be the pier right there. it's not going to let us out on the pier. What a shame. See, there used to be a Ferris wheel there that was like, what, 5 feet shorter? Oh, there's the thing right behind us. Aha. The Ferris wheel was like 5 feet shorter than this one that they took down to Branson when they put this one up. Saw it in the mirror. Where are you? Oh, shoot, I went past it. Yikes. We don't want to say street thugs to it. That's a neat place to visit. It really is. Actually, it's a beautiful city. The Navy Pier in the evening at sunset is amazing. The Illinois River. Look. Who would say it's Michael Jackson? He's looking on a treadmill. Can't see the breakwater. There's a breakwater way out there with a lighthouse. Okay. We can see now if we've got a job we can get up here. There we go. From Chicago to Montana. TVs. Ogden, Winslow. Pocatello. Man, those are all very long drives. Volvo Escalator going to Oklahoma, or a crane going to Jonesboro. That could be a fun drive. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, on down. It'll take us down through southern Illinois. Looks like it'll have us crossing at Cairo. Here, below Cape. That's gonna be fun. I've crossed through there. You go over into Paducah, Kentucky, right here, and then down into Tennessee. That's the way we go down to Florida. Yeah, let's do that. Yes, we know. didn't go much north of here in the times that I've been there, the few times that I've been to Chicago. I was mostly on the south side the whole time. I'd love to see what North Chicago looks like. Okay, I guess we're going this way. Sad to say, because I spent almost the entire week up there for my birthday. Lakeshore Drive. I know it runs north, or if you're running south, water on the driver's side. Concrete mountains rolling up, throwing shadows just about fine. Sometimes you can smell the green and the mind is feeling fine. No finer place to be than Lakeshore Drive. Cool if we were hauling a big ass boat down there. Jonesboro. All-terrain crane. All the way over there. Okay, let's... Close one, yeah. Second one is a big arse boat. Let us out this way? Nice if it would. It will. Pretty good. Nice little boat. Oh boy. Check out this Tesla. That was close. Good place for a golf course. Yes. What the hell was that? Oh, somebody with their dog. It's a pet area. Look, a wolf. I have to figure out a fuel thing down the road here. see how the front end is tilting over to the right, putting up some serious torque. That's pretty wild as we were coming in that they actually had 43 Harlem. That's right down that road is the hotel where I stayed at. And like I say, the Portillo's, that's where my last stop on the way out of Chicago was always down Harlem, Portillo's. It's in their chili cheese dogs. Yummy. Going this way, we should go by the Museum of Science and Industry, which is another really cool place. And we should go by down here on the left, McCormick Place, which is their convention center. Ever seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, they visit the Field Museum there. St. Louis, 55. It's got us taking that way. Signs for Indiana. Let's see when that shows up. Wisconsin. We gotta do that. Yeah, we're gonna hop over to the lakeside. We should be crossing a whole lot of train tracks here. Shoot, 90. That'll take us all the way over to Illinois. New York. 90 east. Seen any railroad tracks. Odd, considering this is the central railroad hub of the United States. Yeah, I'm gonna pull in here. I want to see how much this puppy weighs. I forgot to glance at it when we were picking it up. Over here. Over here. 120. Okay, yeah, we are running heavy. 121,000. Yippee skippy. We only have 500 miles to go. That's not bad. Kind of surprised it was only, what, like a 10, 12-minute ride from St. Louis up to Chicago. Well, my drivers are still out there making money. That's good. Say we stop here and get fuel, but we're still good.
its final and ultimate goal.
Well, sorry about the ban there, but thanks for the follow. That would have probably been the best place. I've seen a few of those. There might be another one of those close to where we're going. see if it's possible to get this thing in. Through one of these pumps. Yeah. 5.14 a gallon. Highway robbery. It used to be how we went down to Florida. Come over here to Effingham and then head down 57, down to 24, down to 75. That a ways. And I've just been taking 55 south and hopping straight across in Sykeston over to 24 at Paducah. Nashville and Chattanooga. Dad took this way a few times. said Cairo. I might have missed it. It kind of makes sense. Yeah, sure would. This would be crossing the Mississippi over into Missouri here. Yeah, it is. Welcome to Missouri. There's Highway 55 coming up. We'll be hanging left, heading south. We've been here. We can't find a job heading up to northwest Illinois. Down here. A little more exploration in there. stop here and clean my glasses. I keep thinking, man, I need to wipe my windshield, but it's not my windshield, it's my glasses. They are filthy. One side. Almost thinking about using the Windex. That should make a bit of a difference. Oh yeah. Very nice. Thank you for your patience. Our safety is much more assured now that I can actually see. But just where we're going. Seem to see more and more and more this state on police chase videos on YouTube. They made all of their dash cam and body cam footage publicly available, so a lot of it's out there. They have some fairly ruthless state patrol officers as far as getting their pursuits off the road quickly. Good, be straight. Good enough. Thank you for that, sir. Cheers, y'all. Okay, let's see what we got. See if we can find anything going back up there. Jonesboro. Anything going close back up into Illinois? Kansas, New Mexico, going to Cape, that's right up the street. Maryville, isn't that pretty close to us? Oh, that's way up there. Maybe take these guardrails up to St. Louis, which runs straight up 55. Let's do it. I like duals. Slow. I don't want to go slow. Fuel to make it up there. St. Louis before we head out from there. Should be able to catch a ride from there back up to Chicago or somewhere in northern Illinois. I think when we get down here and get this load, I'm gonna run across the hall and use the rest area. Little driver's room. All of that. Yeah. Peter Schnitzel. No, it's a Waffle House. That was close. I mean, really like. Dual. That might be it right there. Apex Steel. The one right ahead of us. Guardrails. Yep, that's it. And that should be it right ahead. Yep. Brakes charged. I'm gonna run across the hall. I'll be right back. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for that. Let's head to Santa Luis. Okay. Didn't I already unlock? Thing up the ramp. Yeah. That's the spot. And away we go. Thank you. Could have done that about 30 feet earlier. And we've got the sunrise coming. Heading up the highway across Missouri here. With the sun coming up, that'll be pretty nice. Love that time of day. Hey, good morning, sir. How are you? Actually, good evening, sir. It's UK Gamer 420. How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? The voice from the other side of the pond. Hope you're having a decent Tuesday. You as well, sir. It is Tuesday, second Monday of the week. Is having a nice, relaxing drive. Exploring Illinois, we just hit. We're running back up to St. Louis Center and see if we can't find something else over there. Everything good on your side of the pond? See those rest areas like we just went past there? Those are awesome at sunrise as well. You can, smell the morning. You can see the morning. Glance off into the fields that always surround the rest area. And see everything coming to life. Really neat. I really enjoy that. And the morning dew covering everything. Hills, no, we're still early. Well, yeah, we are downtown. There's the brewery. Let's have us down at Ferry, I'm guessing. It's got us out at Mraz. We're going to hit 44 West. I do too, quite honestly. This is my hometown right here that we're driving into. Where this interchange is that we're going through is about 5 miles or less from my house. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree. That's why I do them. I mean, I enjoy the FPSs like we do with Zeke on Wednesday and Thursday and Saturday and Sunday, some gray zone. I enjoy that stuff, I really do. But every now and then it's nice to just relax and take a road trip, Yep. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, kind of spread things out a little bit. Right. Yeah. I mean, there's no way I would have put the time and effort into it, and I imagine you're the same way, as much as we have. If we didn't enjoy it, then it'd be like work. It's like sunshine. You gotta have sunshine in your day, because a day without sunshine is like night. Yeah, that's what they said. A day without laughter is like a day without sunshine, and a day without sunshine is like night. What was the other one? A flute without holes is not a flute. A donut without holes is a Danish. Yeah, I have been too. That's how I got started in streaming. A streamer named the Middle Age Gamer, T-Mag we called him. Right. Come on. Get off that. Why? Oh, why is it doing this? Okay, there we go. Thank you. But yeah, he got me started on Train Sim World 2, I think. It was either the first one or 2. Way, it seems so long ago now. And it just caught on. And it took me 8 or 10 months before I started streaming myself. And that got me into TS Classic and all of them. Let's see. Let's see if we can find something up. Quincy, Illinois. That's pretty close. Yeah, Quincy. We got that. Oh yeah. We haven't been up there yet. That's right across. We'll cross up. There's a railroad bridge there too that we can check out. It'll run straight up north. That'll be good. I don't think we've driven this way yet. We're gonna go over there and fuel up just for the sake of it. Across the street and fill up. Sometimes I enjoy train sim after driving like this. You can hop into a nice slow freight and you don't have to steer, which is kind of nice. You can basically sit back and watch the scenery. Somebody had mentioned that somewhere I saw, excuse me. They wish that there was like an auto drive. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I think Darko was talking about that. He was looking forward to it. And I do it. I just try to switch it up from time to time on Tuesdays. Tuesdays is trucking day. And I like to switch it up between ATS and ATS. Or sometimes I'll do it on a Friday. Friday is the up in the air day. I might do TS Classic, might do European Truck. I might, play putt-putt golf. Who knows? But yeah, somebody was saying they'd like to have an auto drive on either ETS or ATS. You could just sit back, click it, and watch the scenery. which I kind of agree with. That would be kind of neat. Shoot, the last console I bought was PS2. I think it was. Yeah. I had the whole Sega set up when I worked for Sega America. Technician for them. I repaired them. A job, that's what I do. Yeah, I know, you know what, while it's still light out, let's do the camera down here. Old courthouse. The old courthouse is on our left down the street a little touch, but close enough. This is a good time of day for this. Courthouse is over to our left. You might show it. There it is. A couple of earth-shaking court cases were done in there. Way back when. I'm glad they have that up on there, that building, the round one right there in front of us. That's being torn down right now as we speak. Spent many a nights in that hotel. On the top of it's a revolving restaurant. Oh. They upped it a little bit. I think it'd be so cool if they had the Admiral there. They do not have Eads Bridge, which is wild. They left out the first bridge across the Mississippi River. Can't believe they left that out. Just to go all the way back down to Walnut and then back out. Can't make a right there. Bet I could. I don't want to let you. Oh, just go back this way a couple extra feet. Back to Mraz Lane. It's going south. Oh, it has going down to Arsenal and turning around. If you're a fan of beer, one of the largest breweries in the world is where we're turning around.
I'm got a little break in the weather, probably for about a couple hours.
Oh yeah? Is it whipping up down there?
Oh, trust me, it did this morning.
Oh wow. And then we might have some later. ran up to Chicago, picked up a load, took it
I
down
sat
to
there and saw
Jonesboro.
that.
Did you? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Just
So it looks
bobtailed
like
all the way
it's
up.
gonna hit you about 1 or 2 o'clock.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you letting me know because I got everything in to spray the house, and I don't want to do it if it's going to rain. I would have probably checked the radar later, but or at least the forecast. But yeah, it would kind of make no sense to use a water-based insecticide right before it rains. I'm running out here to grab a load to take up to Quincy, Illinois. I have never been to Quincy. I've been up the Missouri side of the river, but I have not been up to Quincy to that crossing over the river.
So how do you like the new noises in there?
Noises? I haven't noticed any.
Oh, you haven't got around the train, have you?
Maybe we'll see some in the Quincy crossing. I'm surprised I didn't see any in Chicago. Like I was saying, I mean, Chicago is the central railroad hub of the United States.
Well, you can hear the one that goes right above you.
Oh, the L. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're down on Wacker or something. Yeah. Man, we just rolled out of downtown, and we're already at Highway 61. That takes us up to Hannibal, which is about 30 miles west. We did that in 15 seconds. We are cooking. They consider this a St. Louis pickup. And it's about, 50 miles outside of St. Louis.
So they're probably in St. Louis. Their jurisdiction, probably, I don't know. You know what I'm...
Yeah, they can still consider we're in Wentzville picking this up. Wentzville is about, from my house, about an hour drive, a little over. Wentzville is where the, we call it local, General Motors plant is at. It's probably what we just passed right there, all cars. We get a lot of rail traffic coming in this way with frames, like truck frames and whatnot, heading to the plant. miles that we're taking up there. This isn't it. We're going to Quincy, Illinois. That's not what I was looking for. Council Bluffs, that's in Iowa, but where is it? Rolla, that's right down the street. Marion, Illinois. That's pretty close. All of a sudden it's gone. It couldn't have disappeared that quickly. Oy vey. We'll go to Marion. Back south. Okay, it better still be there when I get there. And 23 miles. Oh, come on. Burn a whole bunch of fuel just going to get the load. Spring it. See, they blow off the entirety of Highway 270, which is our bypass around St. Louis. I mean, it's amazing how they shrunk St. Louis. We're downtown already, and we just went 25 miles in 50 feet. This one up down here on Broadway. That night that I broke down and used the CB to call a record, was it this traffic light right here?
Ah, very nice, very nice.
Yeah. It was on New Year's Eve, like 1980. 79 or 80. You've got to be joking. It's not there. Why is it not letting me go to Illinois? It shows the job. When you get there to pick up the job's not there. Makes no sense.
I think it has a time to expire. That's what I always say.
Yeah, I made it there in like 3 minutes. Ay vey. This is getting to be a pain. I guess we're going to Iowa. I'm not driving after another. even show the job as being available if it knows you're not going to make it there. I drove 90, 95 miles an hour the whole way down here. take us past Hannibal, where Mark Twain's from, Sam Clemens, the home of fictitious Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn and Becky Thatcher, Injun Joe, and all that. great little town to go to for a day trip. About an hour and a half, 2 hours out of St. Louis. And little river towns. Cute little town.
Good
Look.
afternoon.
Oh,
What's up,
geez.
guys?
How's it going, sir?
Oh, it's going. You guys make it through the storms?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. I mean, had some fairly
Sinker's
heavy
about
rain,
to
but
get
that's about
hit.
it.
Sinker's about to get hit with the one I got this morning.
And after I get off, I gotta run to the pharmacy. So that'll get me out and hopefully get back before it gets nasty.
They said about 1 or 2 o'clock here.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, they call us, pick up the dogs. We got the dogs, and this crap was moving in. Got home, let them out. The wind started. The one dog trying to do its duties out by the woods decided he didn't like what he was seeing. Got about the middle of the yard, did his duties. And I was yelling at the other one, "Get your butt in here, dummy! It's going to storm it." But yeah, we got back in time. It wasn't that a little gust of wind at the beginning, but it really didn't do much.
Yeah. Like I say, we had some rain. But it was kind of on and off as well. Luckily, it calmed down right as my Amazon delivery got here.
Well, I kind of fell asleep through the first one last night. And I slept through this one right here.
That would have been a bad scene if I'd have not moved over and went through that crash in a crash at 90 miles an hour. That'd been great.
A lot of humid today, but
Yep, that's why. Yesterday I mowed and I got her done a little bit, the front yards. I didn't do my backyard because I was like, it looked like it was gonna storm that morning.
Yeah, that can throw it. There's the state capitol.
yeah, today it's supposed to get 86 here and 76. Or 67 and 60s in all the way till Saturday.
Yeah, that's about right.
Well,
Nothing
after the
like
day,
good
it's
old
probably-
Midwest weather.
Humidity's going to be up there a little bit though.
It's only
Today's supposed-
67.
Today's supposed to be a high 62 today. Tomorrow's supposed to be a high 74. Then this weekend's going to be in the high 80s.
Yep.
What'd you say your temperature is right now?
67.
My
Holy
temperature
crap,
is
we're 10 degrees
55.
higher than you are right now.
Mhm. Yeah, you got that bubble of warm air. Came with that storm.
Or warmer than you are. Ha, 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 ha.
Actually,
Hey,
it's beautiful.
If
I've
it-
got the windows open and the fan on. Man, it's cooling the house off nice.
it feels good outside.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Perfect temperature, man, really. As long as you got sun with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when it's in the mid 70s. That's when the porch is perfect. No, it's not. Oh, that is where it wants me to go. Or is it? No, it's not. I don't know why it had that there.
Earlier on, I was just sitting in gray zone. Kind of found out a place to earn some money
Oh, yeah?
and get ammo, and not hardly have to drink.
And not get all shot up.
Yeah, blackjack. Camp blackjack.
Hmm.
And all those guys have got M16s, green tip ammo, sell the guns to Gunny, and
Yeah.
vests to whoever you want, either handshake or. And you make money, and I think I figured I got 20. A little bit of time I was in there, I got 20 stacks of 60
Nice.
total. That's about $8,000. $8,000 in ammo, about $10,000 in selling guns, and
And weapons, yeah.
just staying right there, waiting for them to spawn at the roadside. And then once in a while, you'll get a squad bust in there. You have to take care of them, but
Yeah.
still good ammo and guns and stuff. Try to get my money up.
That'll do it. Just like you say, doing the grind of it.
What is Gray Zone posted today? Showing activity.
Divine Champion. Oh, that's level 100. I'm only a legend right now. Let's see what it says. If there's one there, I might take it. Oh, from Des Moines.
So they got a poll out now for their update? Yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah, do you like what we did? No. Well, why? Why not? Again, Marion, Illinois. Quincy. That's the one we wanted to take before. Nielsen Roads. Offer expires in 4 hours. Let's go get that sucker.
I'd like to hear your thoughts. Simple change there, especially the experimental player visibility indicator. Darker night. AI. I'll tell you what. If you could ever find the middle of your AI, that'd be nice. Instead of going extremely one way or extremely the other. That's my opinion.
Yeah, there's no middle ground.
Well, like me today, I shot. What was I doing? Oh, at blackjack, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's that
checkpoint.
The checkpoint.
Right there. Mhm.
Okay, down there's the construction site.
Right.
Well, I picked a guy off down there, and there was like 2 or 3 more, and kept shooting. Picked another guy out. The last guy left. I'm hiding behind a bunch of boxes, and, a rick of wood, and bam, I get hit in the leg. Like, how in the world did I get? And how did you know where I was at? Because I was really careful and sneaking. But Anyways, they're still snapping. They still, you shoot one guy, and they'll snap to you and they shoot right at you.
Oh yeah.
If you're in cover, they should be looking for you, not hitting you with frickin' ammo.
Yeah. You know how that goes.
But yeah, that's the point I'm talking about. They can't work it out, right? Can't get the happy medium. It's like, but I mean, it wasn't a bad hit. I didn't even bandage it, but it's still the way where I got hit. There's no way it would have hit me where it said it hit me.
Yeah.
My legs were behind a stack of woods and like a
And
couple
they hit you
barrels
in
back.
the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had that quite a number of times as well. You turn around, they hit you in the same leg again. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, this is weird. They even
Yeah.
do it on the beginner too.
Oh yeah.
I've been shot in the same leg, bandaged up once, and it still says I'm still hit.
Oh, why in the hell?
Anyways, so that's how I've been farming money and ammo.
That's why I told myself.
Sorry.
That's why I told myself I will never touch that game again until they fix it.
Let me see something. Back there. Okay. Excuse me.
And what's nice about it, you can sit there and just one shot them,
Mm-hmm.
you don't waste a lot of ammo getting with that. Because the ammo's costing me up. Keeps me about wherever I'm at, money, that's ammo seems to keep me right where I'm at.
Yep.
Very small, gradual income. I'd like to get the yard mowed today. I gotta wait for it to dry. It's still too wet out there.
Yeah, it's a thing that
Just the wind.
it's not as bad on me as it is on Mom. Her backyard holds water like you wouldn't believe. Mine is pretty quick.
I don't like mowing it wet because all it does is cake up your freaking deck,
Yeah.
and you got to
Mhm.
deal with that. And I got one of those hose things that I would never use those things.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's go ahead and just rust everything that you got. But yeah, you're supposed to run the mower and run water.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a cute thought, but it takes, if you have the ability. I mean, I do Mom's for her. Make sure the gas cap's on tight, tilted up on its side, go underneath there with a 5-in-1, and clean it out. If it looks like it needs it, I pull off the blade. Here at home, I can give it a general sharpen and a static balance, but I can't do a dynamic. If it came to that, I've got a place down the street that'll balance it for me and sharpen it in a day, which is nice.
I got to pull the deck off of mine to do that. I mean, you could run it up on ramps in a block or car ramps.
Yeah,
Get underneath there and get soaked yourself trying to do it.
right.
If I don't mow it wet, I don't have the problem. It's clean as a pin. My deck's always clean underneath here. But I don't mow it wet just for that reason.
See, I always mulch, so there's always a possibility of accumulation. at least once or twice a year, I'll, I mean, I've only got a small self-propelled push mower, so it's not that big of a deal. But, I can go through and get it fairly clean. That's one thing I miss about having my shop. At my shop, I could do a complete balance and sharpening in a few minutes. So it was nice. Lift up the mower onto its side, take the impact, it's off, Excuse me. It does seem to make a difference,
One thing I don't like about the mower we got is the transmissions aren't serviceable. They're a closed unit. You have to take the whole thing apart. Yeah, there's no drain. Reminds us of the 42-inch time cutter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a throwaway, once the rear ends go out, because those things are about $1,000 a piece. There's two of them. $8 to $1,000 each.
Some of those things, I mean, like the hydrostatic transmissions with the Kohlers that they're using on the smaller Deers, you can't hardly do anything with them. The Kohlers are nice, you can work on those. But like I say, the tranny is just, you got to bust it open. But shoot, even with a lot of cars nowadays, they don't put dipsticks on them. They'll tell you that the tranny fluid is a lifetime fluid.
Yeah. That's horseshit. Can I get an amen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although, when we were kids,
The lifespan might be only
Never.
not very long, too, though.
yeah, we never gave a thought to checking or changing or even having to add to a differential fluid. Why in God's name would we have to do that? The thing's sealed. There's no reason to have to go into it. It'll last forever.
Yeah.
I know that zero turn bad boy that we have is like it's a pain in the butt.
They can be a bear to work on when they're that large. Like you say, you got to get them off the ground somehow. You can use a cherry picker and dangle it, but
Yeah,
still.
but we have our deck is like a 60-inch.
Mhm.
So, and plus, like they told us, oh, we only do service once a year on it.
Yeah. I mean, mine, once a year, I'll clean and re-oil the air filter, pull the plug and look at it, and I'll change the oil every couple of years in it. It's, so far, knock on wood, been really good about not burning a drop. And of course, it doesn't leak. But it's a Briggs. It's a good one. Overhead
Got
valve
a-
Briggs.
I've got a John Deere sitting out there beside the shed barn, covered up. I need to get a cover on it, but before my accident, a couple years before that, that tractor was running fine, but it started to sputter and pop, and then it wouldn't start. Well, I tore into it, took the valve cover off of it, and the damn rocker nuts backed out on a couple, on one of the cylinders.
Nice.
So I put it back, and I put it back, and okay, I got it. I torqued it down, and it ran for about another year. Then I had my accident, and I was bedridden when spring come around that year. And a boy, and my dad, he was alive, he came over to help him to put new belts and new blades on it, because I had wanted to get that done that year. And he went out and he mowed a couple times with it. Damn thing started doing the same thing. Well, I couldn't get out there to work. And I tried to tell Dad how to do it, and he wouldn't. No, I'm not tearing your engine apart. Dad, I can tell you how to do it simple. Do this. Take about 4 or 5, and he said, no, I'm not going to mess your engine up. So, well, it's already messed up. What's the matter? But anyways, they end up parking it, and my wife decided to go ahead and buy a new lawnmower. And me and the youngest wanted, Bug, wanted a zero turn, the next one we ever get. So they went out and got the zero turn, which they did a good job. They'd ask me what would be a good lawnmower and stuff. But that's how I got the zero turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my Bug still learned how to drive one of those before I did.
Yeah.
They're easy to drive. I wouldn't have a freaking front turn again.
I've only had a conventional. A friend of mine, Dan, he had that. It was like a 72-inch Yazoo. It was a monster, and it was a zero turn. It was fun and scary watching him operate it. I mean, he would trim a tree at speed. I mean, he would just veer a little bit, at wide open and right around it without even slowing down. He used to scare the crap out of me. And it was one of those things like a Tom Sawyer thing. Oh, come on, man, I'll give you my frog if you let me help you whitewash the fence. Where we'd go over there, and there'd be 3 or 4 of us when it was time for Dan to cut his front yard. Now, his front yard was like 3 acres. I mean, it was a big-ass yard. You could get going 50 miles an hour in his driveway. You could barely see the 2 houses from the road. And where, Dan would go up there and get the mower, we'd go down in the front, down by the road, in one of the corners of the bushes down there. And, of course, we'd take a few cans of Old Style out of the refrigerator in the garage. But we'd hang out down there, and he'd do a lap around the outside and then come down around front and hand it off to one of us, and we'd start doing tag teams. Everybody get a couple of laps in around the yard on that monster. Because, we all had either push mowers. I mean, I had it was a Super Stallion 8-horse. And it wasn't even a transaxle. It was one of those with the spinning plate and the wheel that you set down in one of 7 spots on it, for the different speeds. But, it was enough for doing, the half acre that Mom's got. It was a lot nicer than the little 20-inch push mower that we had. But,
there's,
it
what
was
I like
fun.
about around the post, you basically could go up beside it and pull the mower on one side of the post and the back wheel on the other, and you can mow around the post pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, just the grass that sticks right beside the post or whatever, the only thing it misses. And then I drove one. We helped a lady that my wife, her husband, got diagnosed with the leukemia, and he actually had a yard service. That's what he did. Well, when he was down, they kind of went together as a team at work and said, let's go out and take care, because he had horses and everything. Go out and take care of their place and make it nice, and because they were worried about nothing getting done. And I get out there and everybody's weed whacking and raking. And I'm like, man, this is going to freaking suck for me, you know, with a crippled leg. And they go, you know what? My wife goes, he knows how to drive that lawnmower. He says, he does. I'll look at it, and it's a bigger version of mine. And it's got a
Right.
weed whacker on the front, on the side.
Oh, nice.
It was nice. But, so I got on there and I mowed the yard. And, you know, farmstead there. So I got to do something. Nobody else could do it. So I was worth it going for me going. I'm thinking, I'm not going to work.
Yeah.
A lot of weed whackers walking on rough terrain. I'll be out there falling, can't get up shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's like, can't believe your husband can drive that. Yeah, we got one.
See, I never really got used to the one, probably like you got with handles.
Yep.
That one that Dan
Independent.
had the two drive wheels underneath your feet, basically, up front, and then the deck out in front of that. And then it had a single steer wheel right under your butt. You know, you sat on a chair, and it had a steering wheel.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it was bizarre to operate. You know, but it was the first basic zero turn that I'd ever seen at that time, because that was, you know, in the mid to late 70s when we were doing that.
The only
And they
time
just
mine
weren't popular.
I got to watch doing with ours with those zero turns with the independent levers. Or
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
when you're mowing underneath a bush, I got a bush out in the corner in the front, a mailbox or something like that. You got to be careful, because if one of those get caught, that sucker will turn you right into a mailbox, crush it.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing you got to
trust
worry
me.
about.
Oh, trust me, you just got. All right. Every time I get on or my zero turn, I get out there. So I do like 2, maybe 4 passes with the push mower right up against our sidewalk and stuff, so I don't have to mess with it, or get alongside the house with the push mower, so I don't have to mess with it. I get out there on that tractor, go to turn around, I just hit one lever, and I'm just like, and there's a grass spot missing every time.
Yeah. That I
Yeah,
can see.
on a zero turns like that, you gotta be, when you go in, and especially when the grass is the grass is okay, but it's been raining and it's kind of, you know, a lot of moisture in the yard. You can't, like, you don't want to go in and then turn just turn 360, turn around and go the other way. You kind of want to go in, take it to like the right or the left, and then back it up. You kind of like make it out. It's like a Y. So then your tires don't spin their yard, because these guys the professionals that do that shit, I learned that from a guy that does that, because he said, yeah, you don't want to tear the customer's yard up, so
Right.
don't ever just go into it and do a complete pull one back, push one forward all the way, because it'll tear your yard up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and like, so basically what I gotta do is, like, I gotta go out in the middle of the street and turn around, line back up out there in the middle of the street where I'm gonna mow again. But when I get to the end of our driveway, that's a different story, because we got a hump right there, and I don't want to go and scalp it.
Yeah.
Do you
I got
understand
that.
what I'm saying, Blood?
Yeah, I've got one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
and
the
it's
wheel-
even just
the
with
wheels
the
are the-
push mower.
Yeah, if your wheels aren't touching your what they call anti-skip wheels, the deck will skip it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Scalp.
and that's what I try to avoid.
Yeah, but and you got to adjust those, like if you're going to run 3 inches or higher, you've got adjustment for those anti-skip wheels. You would put them down more, And if you're going to do like 3 inches and under, which most of the time people don't, because, you know, maybe in the fall when you want to help it for the winter or whatever, that's when you want your grass to be low. But you got to still wrench them. These aren't like go out, pull a lever, slide it down, clip them in. I wish it were. But
well, if they, you know, if they were, they wouldn't last.
Right.
Because that's nigh on a
and
commercial.
make it out of plastic.
Yeah, it's a commercial grade, you know. Shoot, I adjusted Mom's, and she hardly knew that you could until I showed her, and because she was, you know, cutting it down as far as she could because she didn't want to have to cut as much. I said, yeah, but you're gonna destroy the mower. Well, you know what I mean. You're working the mower a lot harder that way. Bring it up a couple of notches, and it'll cut a lot easier. It'll be easier to move through the yard. It'll be easier on the engine, you know. And I adjusted it up, and I hadn't looked back.
Like when I mowed yesterday, I did like 2.0 on where we park our vehicles. I did 2.0 out there in the alley. 2.0 or the lot, but when I got over to my house, I went 2.5.
Well, dropping this thing off in front of a grocery store.
Right behind the parked cars.
Yeah, right behind the grocery carts. And
What
it's,
game you need to play, Seeker, is called Beam and G.
What's that?
Basically, you can destroy a car if you want to, no matter what.
Well, that's nice to know. Alright, I'm gonna put this thing in the lot over here. Camaro.
Hit that Camaro.
Yeah.
And everything else, we don't have the Camaro.
Yeah.
Hey, they got you interested in any kind of city
What the hell?
size snow plows or asphalt? I don't know if it's a maker, but it's actually, that's an asphalt. What do you call it? It's like a tub for asphalt. Some service trucks, camper. Nice, like a camper with a pull-out sides. Anyways, they're here in Indiana. They're having an auction on their end-of-life equipment. They got plows and everything else.
Oh, wow. I mentioned the blades. Zeke's been looking for one. We can get it at a decent price. Put on his truck.
I don't know if there's a size. Let me go back and look. But all they did is they had it on the news last night, and I just watched it on internet too. I missed half of this yet. But yeah, they've got asphalt. I don't know what the hell they call those things. It basically heats up the asphalt. The big, and they even got the steamrollers and everything else to get rid of.
Well, if it's those graders, it's probably off those big truck plows.
Well, yeah, they got graders they're selling, backhoes. It looks like a little bit of everything.
Oh, look at that. LWD Adnane is throwing in some ATS. I think we'll run over and raid him. I gotta get down the street. Let's see if we can find him here. Okay. Yeah, there he is. All right. Well, gang, I appreciate everybody coming by. Thanks for riding along with me. It's been fun. KS, thank you very much. Bled, always good. Mom, love seeing you in there. You guys have fun. We will catch you on the next one. That would be Friday. We'll have to see what happens for Friday. We don't really know yet. You know,
Holiday weekend.
like we're supposed to. Is it a long weekend?
Yep.
Well, we got Saturday and Sunday and Memorial Day.
Oh, wow, Memorial Day. I forgot all about that. Okay. Holy cow, that's right. We're coming up the end of May. Very good. All right, everybody. You guys have fun. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace. Have fun. Don't die.